Hello Year 4, it's Miss Lewis here, and here is Friday's maths lesson. So let's get those 5-minute timers out and start with our Give Me 5. Pause the video and come back for the answers. Okay, so the first one was a column addition. You should have done that and got 8,213. The next one was a column subtraction. Should have done that and got 2,392. Next one's a little bit trickier, so let's go over that together. We've got 66 divided by 7. Now I know that 66 isn't in the 7 times table. It's in the 6 times table, but it's not in the 7 times table. So I'm thinking there might be a remainder here. Okay, I'm thinking there might be a remainder here. And looking at this, can I fit any 7s into 6? No. I carry my 6 over. No, it's still 66. Okay. What we're going to have to do then is we're going to have to find a number near 66 in the 7 times table. So let's count down. So 65, that's not in the 7 times table. 64, that's not in the 7 times table. What about 63? Is that in the 7 times table? I think it might be. I think that 7 times 9 is 63. Okay, so I'm going to put 9 here then. And then what's my remainder? So I've got 7 times 9 is 63, so I can pop that one down here and then do my take away. Bit of long division here. So 6 take away 3. We have got 3, 6 take away 6 is 0, so our remainder then must be 3. So 66 divided by 7, 9 remainder 3. Okay, and next one, we can use our bus stop method again for that. Let's get rid of this, so we've got enough space. Okay, 255 divided by 5. Longer. So no 5s can fit into 2, so we carry that 2 over to make 25. I know that 5 times 5 is 25. Got 5 there. How many 5s can fit into 5? Well, just 1. So our answer to 255 divided by 5 is 51. And then our last question, 643 times by 5. So let's do a column or short multiplication. Call it either of those things. 643 times by 5. Let's start with the ones then. 3 times 5. I know is 15, so I'm going to put my 1 down here in the tens column. And my 5 in the answer box. 5 times 4, I know that's 20, but I need to add on this 1, so that becomes 21. And then 5 times 6, I know that's 30, and I need to add on my 2, so that becomes 32, so I get my answer 3,215. Well done if you got any of those right. Let's move on to today's lesson. So, in the last lesson, when we counted in hundredths, how did it sound? So you can count along with me. How did it sound? 1/100th, 2/100ths, 3/100ths, 4/100ths, and it went on like that, didn't it? How can we count in halves? Have a little think about it. Here we've got picture of a half and a picture of a whole. What could we say? We could say 1/2, 2 halves. We could. Or we could just say 1/2 whole, or 1/2 1, and then it would be 1.5 2, 2.5 3. How can we count in quarters? Have a little think about that one. Use these pictures to help you. Yeah, we've got 1/4, 2 quarters or a half, 3 quarters, and then a whole or 1. 1 quarter, 2 quarters, 3 quarters, 1. The next one will be 1 and a quarter. Next one will be 1 and 2 quarters, then 1 and 3 quarters, and then all the way up to 2. Okay? So it sounds a little bit different when we're counting in hundredths, but if we got to the end, so 98 hundredths, 99 hundredths, we wouldn't have 100 hundredths, we would just have 1 whole. Let's look at our in focus problem then. So here are some cakes. How many cakes are there? And Ravi is asking us here, can you count in sixths? So how many sixths are equivalent to 1 whole? How many sixths are equivalent to 1 whole? Have a think about that. Yeah, that's right. We have 6 sixths in a whole. So if we look at this one here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 sixths make up a whole. How many sixths are in 2 wholes then? Ooh, let's have a think. So 6 sixes make up 1. Then to have 2, we're going to need 2 times 6, which is 12. So 12 sixths make up 2 wholes, but we wouldn't say 12 sixths, we'd just say 2 wholes. Let's have a look then. Have a think about how many cakes there are. See if you can work it out in your head. Let's see if this will help us. Okay. Whole circle stands for 1. Whole cake stands for 1. Okay, so what number does this stand for then? We've got 1, and then we've got 1 sixth shaded in. 1 add a sixth is 1 and a sixth. This is how we say it, this is how we write it. 1 and a sixth. It's written like this. And when we have a whole number written normally and a fraction, that's called a mixed number. Okay, so this is our new vocabulary for today. Mixed number. So when we have a whole number and a fraction next to it. So 1 and a sixth is a mixed number. Okay, so if we go back then to our problem, we have 1 cake, 2 cake, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we will write this as 2 and 5 sixths. 2 and 5 sixths. For cake there. Okay, now let's count up in sixths. What do you notice when we do it? 1 and a sixth, 2 and a, sorry, not, I'm getting too far ahead of us here. 1 sixth, 2 sixths, 3 sixths, 4 sixths, 5 sixths, 1, 1 and a sixth, let's carry on, 1 and 2 sixths, 1 and 3 sixths, 1 and 4 sixths, 1 and 5 sixths. Ooh, why do we never say 1 and 6 sixths? What should we say instead? Have a think about that. Yeah, that's right. It's not 1 and 6 sixths, is it? It's just going to be 2. 6 sixths is a whole. It's just going to be 2. And then after that, we carry on with 2 and a sixth. And 2 and 2 sixths, and carry on like that. Okay, because if we're showing that in cake, get to 1 and 5 6. This is probably not going to look brilliant. Shade all those in. When we're coming in to shade the other one, it'd just be 2. That we have shaded in. Okay, so that's how we count up in sixths, and that's how we write mixed numbers. So mixed numbers, double underline it here, and when we have a whole number and a fraction together, and we just write them like this, one after the other. So guided practice then. There are 2 sheets of this. If you think that you are ready for this and want to have a go on your own, then go for it, come back here for the answers. If you want a bit more practice, we can go through them together. Okay, so our first question, what is the total volume of water? Okay then, let's have a look. We've got a whole jug of water here, so that's going to be 1. Okay, another one means 2, and another one means 3. So our whole numbers, we're going to have 3 whole numbers. This one, we can see that our jug has been split into thirds. So 1, 2, 3 is how our jug has been split. So we've got 1/3 filled up, 2/3 filled up, but not 3/3. So it's going to be 3 plus 2/3. And the way we write that is 3, 2/3. Okay, just together, a mixed number. Okay, so there are 3 and 2/3 cups of water all together. Okay, and there are 4 cups of water. You can see that. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 cups, but only 3 and 2/3 of them are full. Okay, next page of guided practice. So, what are the mixed numbers shown is question 2. So we've got a helpful thing here that 2 blocks is 1. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 3, and a half is shaded in on this one. Just half is shaded in. So 3 plus a half equals this mixed number here, 3.5. Again, 3.5 is 3.5. That's how we say it, 3.5. And this is how we write it in numbers, or we can write it in letters like this, 3 and 1/2. Okay, this shape is 1, so we know we've got 1, and then it's split into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts, and only one of them is shaded in, so it's 1 out of 6. So we've got 1 whole 1 and 1/6. So 1 plus a 6th is written like this, 1 and a 6th. This is how we write it in words. 1 and 1/6 is 1 and 1/6. That's how we write it in mixed numbers. Next one there in a circle shape is 1. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 whole circle shapes. And then this final one has been split into 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we know it's going to be thirds, and 2 of these thirds are shaded. 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3, 2/3. So 5 add 2/3 equals 5 and 2/3. There we go. 5 and 2. Ooh, what do you have to write here? Write it in words. Thirds. I'm sure your writing will be a lot better than mine. 5 and 2/3 is written as 5 and 2/3. Last one then, we've got our shape. What could the number be? Okay, so we've got 1 whole shape, 2 whole shapes, so I'm going to write 2 down already. And here it has been split into 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's quarters. And 3 of our 4 are shaded in. So 3 out of 4, 3/4. So this number is 2 and 3/4, or 3/4. Okay, well done for that. Let's go to our worksheet then. Okay, so your task now then is to work on this worksheet. We're doing the same thing. What's the total number of pizzas? So we've got 1, 2, 3 pizzas, and then what's our fraction? Same with the water. Okay, I think it's probably asking how much water's in the beakers, because we can see that there are 5 actual beakers. It's asking how many are full with water. How many parts of the bar of chocolate? And then what are these mixed numbers show? So you are using this to write your mixed numbers. Okay, so pause the video and come back to see the answers. Okay, so here are our answers then. 3 pizzas and 1 out of 6, a sixth, so that's 3 and a sixth. 4 full beakers, and this one is half full, so that's 4 and a half. Okay, so we've got 1 full piece of chocolate here. 1 full piece of chocolate, and it's been split into 20 different pieces, and we've only got 3 in this one, so that's 1 and 3/20. Okay, next one, 3 full triangles. This one has been split into 3 and only 1 is shaded, so 1 out of 3, that's a third. 3 and a third. 2 add 3/5 is 2 and 3/5. 4 add a quarter is 4 and a quarter. 1 add 5/6 is written like this, and 2 and 3/7 is written like this. Well done! If you think you've challenged yourself enough in math today, you can end your lesson now. If you want more of a challenge, here it is. So 3 friends share some pizzas. Each pizza is cut into 8 equal slices. Altogether they eat 25 slices. How many whole pizzas do they eat? Okay, so you can get drawing for that one. And then this one, spot the mistake. What's happened here? Pause the video, come back for the answers. Okay, here are our challenge answers. So you would have known with your drawing that they ate 3 whole pizzas and 1 more slice. And then this one, in the mistake, it says 10 holes and 3/5. There are 2 holes, not 10 holes. So if we have 10/5 is the same as 2 holes. 10 pieces made up of 5. Okay, so 13/5 is 2 holes, like we see here, 2 holes, and then 3/5. Well done on your maths lesson today, guys. Have a lovely day.